Toronto, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Michelle Nunes. Joined with me in his Canadian tuxedo is Kevin Allen Jackson, and no, we did not plan this.
Don't put your hands on your heart, sorry.
I might.
Yeah, we did not plan this. This is, yeah, that's true. Do you put your hands on your hearts? I don't know. We didn't plan this, by the way.
Let us know in the comments section below.
Please let us know. Do you put your hands on your heart when you, I don't know, ever?
And
next... Do you have hearts, you frozen bastards? I'll be the heel of this episode.
I am not in Canada. So
yeah, we're not actually in Canada. We're just wearing matching outfits, and people were making jokes about us being in the Canadian tuxedos. And are you guys offended by that?
Yeah.
By
do Canadians get offended?
They do.
Let us know in the comments below.
That's such an offensive way to ask.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody.
Yo, Canadians. Hey, Canadians. Yo. Hey, Canadians. Hive mind of Canada.
Get him his gum back. He can. Yo, Canadians.
Hey, let's get into the movie.
Okay, wait. I haven't introduced you guys.
Okay.
To the right of Kevin, she did not get the memo on wardrobe today, but she's looking mighty fabulous, is Maria Perry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least, Brett Erlich.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Brett.
All this talk makes me long for days gone by. I'm a bit of a nostalgist. Sorry. All right, today we're going to review The Nostalgist. It's written and directed by Giacomo Cimini and is based on a short story by Daniel H. Wilson, who's the writer of the acclaimed sci-fi book Robopocalypse, which even if you haven't read it, sounds amazing.
It does.
It's on hold to become a Spielberg film sometime in the upcoming future.
Wow, good for you.
Wait, not The Nostalgist,
Robopocalypse.
Yeah, Robopocalypse.
Which I'm in.
That's hard to say. Robopocalypse.
You just did it. You did
Robopocalypse. I got to practice.
I'm proud of you. With a blend of dystopian future technology and steampunk Victorian visual type things, this film tells a touching story of a man who raises a retired robot weapon as his own son, revealing how each of them are willing to take the greatest risks to keep their familial bonds intact. That's a touching way to put it. I have to say, it took me a second to get into this movie. I had no idea what it was, because there's so many extremes.
Right.
But
what do you mean extremes?
Because we're going from a Victorian weird, like, floating Avatar rock mountain setting to, like, post-apocalyptic robot murder world.
That's true.
I was like, but I think it does a really great job. But by the end, I'm like, oh, God, just everyone find happiness, please.
Yes. Maria?
Well, this is my pick, actually. Yes. And there's kind of a theme with a couple of my picks that are coming up. You may notice I am terrified of robots that have feelings.
Ugh.
So I decided to give myself some exposure therapy, thanks to Short on Shorts. And you all get to be part of it. Congratulations.
Well, what picks for being afraid of robots with feelings? Because this was amazing.
But like robots with feelings and creepy children. This brings together a couple of my fears. And
that's true.
No, it's actually heartwarming. Yeah. I got over it. I got over it because it was so heartwarming.
Yeah, pretty amazing special effects.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, you can't believe that this is a short movie.
I know.
You know, two worlds to make special effects for, and they were coherent-ass worlds.
Yeah, that's just fantastic just for that.
No, it's true. You know, a little weird. The legs that were like, they looked like
the Springbok legs.
Yeah, they look like Joe Theismann's thigh after Lawrence Taylor hit him.
Yikes.
And if you've seen The Blind Side, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you were born before 1980.
I like that it's, it's, that made me feel terrible inside.
But
Nunes, what'd you think of it?
I loved it. Guess how much money they spent? I mean, that's why it looks so good.
How much?
I mean, for a short film, do you guys, no one wants to take a guess?
$25,000.
Which
$30,000.
What country was it made in?
It was made, well, I think it was made in London because I saw the estimated budget was in pounds.
$100,000.
But I did US dollars. I did the conversion.
$100,000.
Anyone else?
I would guess 125.
You guys are right on point.
Yeah.
When I did the conversion, it was about 118,000.
I always go like, I said at $20,000 because I was waiting for something like 40 cents. They spent 40 cents on it because they're so good, so talented. And I wouldn't be surprised because it's so well done.
They made some of their money from Kickstarter, though. They got their money from different funds.
Do you happen to know how much they got from Kickstarter?
I do, but I think I should actually just let the director tell you.
Giacomo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I spoke with Giacomo, and he filled me in on, I mean, it wasn't just Kickstarter. It was also like some public funding and different people that came in and helped him. So why don't I let him do the talking for us?
Charlie, roll
Charlie.
the clip.
In the end, the short film cost £90,000.
Right. And you raised a portion of that on Kickstarter.
We raise 1/3 on Kickstarter. The other thing is when you make a feature film, usually feature film, but you can work for short film as well. In Europe, especially in London, you can try to tap into tax credit. So usually like a percentage of the feature film comes back to you. It's an incentive that is given to company to come and invest. It's the same thing right now. There's a similar way. There's a similar tax credit in Los Angeles. So it was like 1/3 Kickstarter, and the rest of the money we have up to I think like 6 or 7 producers. So what we did, instead of just like a lot of people make one short film alone, we aggregated, and we were like 7 people that had interest in making a high-profile, high production value short film, and that's how we put literally 7 short films together. So we get one for the price of smaller 7, but with the capacity of, I think we were sure it would have like find this audience, and it would eventually be being appreciated.
See, so we pulled from multiple sources.
Good job, Giacomo.
This child actors are difficult in the world of filmmaking. Because you never know. It could take years and years to find the right child actor, or it could take like one audition. Go look for the Elliot's audition for E.T. Speaking of Spielberg and stuff, that's what you need to watch that, because it's literally at the end. It's just Spielberg going, "You're hired," and he just ends it there. It's a great thing. But this one, it's like to care for a child who then becomes a robot over the course of like a few minutes, and then morphs into some kind of
What do you mean? He didn't, as an actor,
Sentinel.
he just said "Papa" a bunch.
Right, but still, like, you could ruin that as a kid.
You probably could.
But like,
You probably
working,
could.
because I'm talking more from a filmmaker's perspective, working with a child actor and then a robot you have to animate back to a child actor.
Right.
Like, I cared about that character the whole way through.
Yeah.
So compelling and amazing.
And there's something so upsetting about like a character who's a shut-in who then finds out that the world is not at all what they thought it was. Like, that's so upsetting.
That's kind of sad, I guess.
But he has superhero powers.
Yeah.
But then he
Like he did that backflip, and I mean, I was
Yeah.
like, "Go,
But now
Robot Boy!"
This is one of those things. One of the central themes is innocence and preservation of innocence in a world that a more literal movie would just be like, the world is kind of screwed up. But this one, the world is gone to hell.
I thought it was about love.
It is.
The way he expresses his love
Well, 'cause
is
both
by
of them-
saying like, we look out for each other.
Right.
And I know that if it comes to that, but I don't want you as my little sentinel baby to go on living with the memory of having to do what you had to do.
Right.
I love you so much. I think we need to get rid of that memory for you, because that's all I can do.
No. The child makes that choice because he loves the father.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
he
father
sacrifices
making that
himself.
Yes.
For
It was
that's
like
what the whole
at
chess
first,
thing in the beginning was, right?
It was about how both of them protected the one they cared about most.
Yeah.
Right?
But then they're okay together at the end, yeah?
Right, because
Yeah.
that's why he was crying, is because this,
He's gonna reboot.
robot boy rebooted himself in honor of his dad.
He's gonna erase all his memories.
So that they can still have that
Oh, I
relationship.
didn't realize that. I thought it was like, we'll go back to the point. Then screw this programmer. Because this programmer should be able to be like, all right, well, let's just erase to the part where you had to do all this crazy
That
stuff.
is what he did.
Okay, good. I'm fine with that.
That's what I figured.
I'm still very
Anyways.
upset by
Yeah.
all of it, but upset is my favorite flavor. So like, that's great. This is great. I love
so
everything.
good.
I think that this idea of holding on to innocence, that's the thing that jumped out the most to me, and I like the fact that I don't feel like the movie tried to tell me which side I should take, right? Because you could say, well, that's a bad thing. You're not facing reality, right? Or you could just be like, I get it. I understand. You want to remember the people you love in the best possible way, right? You want to hold on to the innocence of the child when the child is a little 4-year-old before they become the really asshole 17-year-old, right?
Or a murder robot.
Or a murderer, exactly. So I don't know. That was my favorite part of this movie. In addition to the fact that the special effects are just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 shorts for me.
5 out of 5 shorts. This is also my golden shorts selection.
The final golden shorts has been given out.
Apparently, I just have expensive taste, but that's
very
fine.
good. I think I'm gonna give this one 4.5 shorts, only because I don't like the Joe Theismann leg thing.
Yeah, and you could see the guy running away like.
Trying to stay balanced. I gave it 4.5 too because I felt like the ending with those centaur kind of nihilists needed a bit more explanation.
We didn't even get into the centaur nihilists.
Yeah, I think that's all you need to say. Just drop the centaur nihilists, go watch the short to see the centaur nihilists.
If you haven't already, yes.
Yeah, and then also see my band Centaur Nihilists down at the Silver Lake Lounge.
Fantastic. We'll be sure to check that out.
They're playing at Spaceland?
Yes.
Spaceland.
Yeah. I don't know. Spaceland, yes.
Exactly.
So that on what's our total for that?
That's 4.75 shorts.
4 3/4 shorts, everyone. What do you think of it? I know you watched it by clicking the link below. Subscribe to this channel immediately, and we'll see you next time on Short on Shorts.